Birchington Parish Council Community Magazine. This is April 2026, and we begin with updates from Parish Council Chairman Mr. Nick Blankley. He says, "I must begin by saying a big thank you to all of you who ventured out to vote at the parish elections on 12th of March. Most of you will know by now the 9 sitting councillors were returned to office, along with Martin Dickerson, who completes the team of 10. Welcome, Marty. There is plenty to do, and I'm sure your ideas and efforts will be a major benefit for the people of Birchington." Next, I have to report the sad news of the passing of Jenny Burgess at the age of 91. A long-time resident of Birchington with a tremendous knowledge of our village history and the first person to receive the Freedom of Birchington in honour of all her work as archivist for the village. There is a full article later in this magazine. Regardless of the distraction of an election, councillors have been busy across the wide range of matters. The arrival of spring brings more outdoor activities, the cleaning and the continued maintenance of our cliff-top shelters, pitch, playground and bench repairs, and maintenance at the Memorial Recreation Ground, plus, of course, the mowing and upkeep of Dog Acre in readiness for a season of fairs and markets. It has been a busy time too for our volunteer group that keeps the village bright and tidy, tending the flower beds and collecting litter from our streets and public places. Thank you all for your wonderful work. Councillors have continued to make the case for Rossetti Gardens to be recognised by Thanet District Council as a community asset which should be transferred to the parish rather than being sold to plug a TDC budget deficit. We have also been pressing for a fair share of the £1.5 million government funding granted to TDC for improvement to public facilities and the environment. And of course, I must mention the welcome loss of one of our village landmarks, the puddle. Yes, at last, though the persistence and diplomacy of the Parish Council and more, the recurring puddle at the access road between the United Services Club and the Barbers has finally been resolved. Speedwatch is not a Parish Council responsibility, but we have facilitated the establishment of a new group in Birchington, which you may have seen out and about on your travels. This is part of our wider campaign to reduce irresponsible driving and to improve road safety in the village. Meanwhile, we await the outcome of the Thanet Trust Association application for the judicial review affecting the planning application for 1,600 new homes in Birchington, and will be responding to the consultation regarding changes to flight paths which could serve Manston Airport if it reopens. There's an article later in this edition. Further discussions, consultation and planning applications for the proposed North Thanet Link Road, Birchington Relief Road, are expected in the coming weeks. Last of all, the Easter bunnies have been put away, the clocks have been changed, beach huts are appearing at Minnis Bay, and at the time of writing, temperatures are rising. What will you do to get the beach fit this year? So the next article is news from Acol Parish Council. We were bitterly disappointed to hear, just too late for our previous report, that because Kent County Council is in the midst of appointing a new highways contractor, implementation of our 20-mile-an-hour zone has been delayed until between June and August. Dilnot Lane resident Laura Jones is working with the Parish Council to establish a team in accordance with the KCC Lorry Watch Scheme. This will report on goods lorries travelling through our village that contravene highways regulations, including the 7.5-tonne limit that appears on our roads. Operators of any such vehicles are written to, reminding them of the applicable road regulations, and any further breaches are followed up. KCC Highways requires that teams are registered through parish or town council, but in Acol, Laura will administer on our behalf. As ever, we are very thankful to the wonderful volunteers who donate their time to help support our community. Speaking of which, the Acol Village Hall Management Committee is seeking new recruits. Acol Village Hall is at the heart of our community, a place for events, celebrations, clubs and connections. To keep it thriving, we need fresh energy, new ideas, and committed volunteers to help shape the future of our village hub, support your community through meaningful involvement, and protect a vital asset for generations to come. We especially welcome younger adults who want to make a difference locally. Whether you're a student, a young professional, or simply passionate about the community life, your voice matters. You will help plan and manage events, contribute to decisions about the hall's upkeep and use, and bring fresh ideas to make the hall more inclusive and vibrant. If you're interested, please reach out to any current committee member. You can also express interests via the contact form on our website. Thanet villages have a new police ward officer. PC Owen Crush is new to these wards, but not new to Kent Police, having served for 6 years now in a variety of roles around Thanet, most recently as Broadstairs officer. He has a particular interest in roads, policing and tackling vehicle-related crime. PC Crush says that some of his most successful jobs have come because of information received from members of the public. So please do feel free to contact him with any concerns or issues. His wards cover a large area, but he will be doing his best to offer equal patrolling coverage to all the villages and will continue to collate police reports to send to the respective parish councils. Owen has arranged regular police surgeries in and around Acol, details of which are published on the PC website and in the village Facebook group. We have written to our previous officer, T. Andy Howe, thanking him for his work in our community. The next parish council meeting will be annual parish council meeting on Thursday the 16th of April from 7:30 in the Acol Village Hall. That's from Richard Steele. Next, we've got an update from Birchington North District Councillors. We wanted to share an update on some of the issues we have recently been raising on behalf of residents. Recently, we met with the Cabinet members for parking to discuss Minnis Bay car park following concerns raised about antisocial behaviour and dangerous driving late at night. We discussed a number of options the council could consider to address the issue, including the possible reinstatement of the barrier, but with an automatic system. We also raised concerns about the safety of crossing the road between Waves Cafe and the Minnis. During the summer months, when both footfall and vehicle traffic increases significantly, the area can become particularly dangerous, especially for families and children. We have therefore asked for a zebra crossing to be considered to provide a clearer and safer crossing point. At the recent Thanet District Council budget meeting, we voted against the proposed budget due to concerns about the council's financial position. In the last 2 years, reserves have fallen from 16.1 million to 9.7 million, and with more than 3 million of additional pressures this year, they could fall further, potentially approaching the council's £6 million minimum safety level. The council's Section 151 officer has already warned that the authority is operating in a critical financial position due to severely depleted reserves. In our view, difficult financial decisions should be taken while there is still flexibility, rather than waiting until reserves are exhausted and the choices are forced upon the council. We also welcome the launch of the Stage 3 airspace consultation relating to Manston Airport. The reopening of Manston has the potential to bring significant economic benefit to East Kent, and is important that residents have the opportunity to review the proposal and have their say. Concerns have also been raised about the Thanet Way, a key route for East Kent, where structural issues have resulted in a scheduled speed limit. Given the importance of the road to residents and businesses, it is important that Kent County Council find a lasting solution as soon as possible. Finally, we are continuing to hold our Cancer Advice Surgery every second Saturday of the month at Wagtails Cafe and Bar, 133 Minnis Road, Birchington, CT7 9NS, between 10 a.m. and 12 noon. If you would like to come and have a chat with your local councillors, please contact on the emails or numbers below. And that's George Cup 07732390486 and Councillor Reese Pugh 07740 288 713. The celebration is the rail thing. Birchington is getting ready to warmly welcome this year's celebration of model trains to be held at the centre in Alpha Road on Saturday the 9th of May. Some 16 layouts featuring model railways in a variety of sizes and scales, with 12 reputable specialist traders be on display at the exhibition being organised by the Whitstable-based East Kent Model Railway Society in aid of its funds. The event is designed to appeal to families as well as enthusiasts of all ages and skill levels. The exhibits range from size from a couple of feet wide to 20 feet long, depicting busy junctions and swathes of landscape. A distinctive travel-style poster featuring Minnis Bay is being used to promote the occasion. It was originally drawn 70 years ago for a village holiday brochure by David Burley, a retired railway artist and Birchington resident for many years. EKMRS Chairman Nick Evans said, "I found the brochure by chance in my collection and was able to transform it into the exhibition poster. It makes for a lovely homage." The club held its first exhibition in Birchington back in 2013, and it has since become a firm fixture in the village events calendar. We get a warm welcome in Birchington, and in the past few years, our show has become the largest event of its kind in Thanet. We expect to fill all the ground floors, rooms, and stage with exhibits and trade stands at the centre, so there will be lots to enjoy. Whether or not your interest in passing is a passing one, or you are fully invested enthusiast, our traders will be offering a wide selection of pre-loved model railway rolling stock and accessories. This is a great opportunity to track down that elusive component that may have been looking for. Model railways have been an enduring appeal across age groups, and will be reflected in the exhibits on display. Some will feature traditional steam outlines, while others are just as likely to include more modern diesel and electric rolling stock. Sophisticated electronics enables them to be controlled by tablets or smartphones, while also offering a high level of detail. Exhibits are coming from across the county, and belong either to clubs or individual enthusiasts. The exhibition will be open between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. on Saturday, the 9th of May 2026. Adult admission is £6. Children under 5 are free. Children aged 5 to 16 are £1. And families 2 plus 3 are £12. Light refreshments will be on sale throughout the day. There is a pay and display car park across the road from the centre. The railway station is only 5 minutes walk away. Local buses stop nearby too. And that's from Nick Evans, EKMRS Chairman. The next article is a tribute to Jenny Burgess. 9th of June 1934 to the 2nd of March 2026. Many residents of Birchington and further afield will have been sad to learn of the recent passing of Jennifer Burgess. Jenny, as she was known, moved to Birchington from Herne Bay in 1961, coincidentally the same year that I moved to Birchington, and also from Herne Bay. She became a teacher at St Crispin's School in Westgate and was always ready to share with people her passion for Birchington. By 1985, her interest in Birchington increased when she took the job of parish archivist at All Saints Church and realised the vast amount of historical records relating to Birchington that existed. In 2001, when she finished her MA in history at Kent University, the idea of a museum in Birchington was first sown. Former chairman of Birchington Parish Council, Derek Raven, had suggested that she made her history collection available to everyone, which was to become the foundation of the Heritage Trust Museum. The following year, more than 120 villages turned up to a meeting and 70 signed up to form the Birchington Heritage Trust. In 2002, the Trust obtained charitable status, and 3 years of fundraising followed before the museum was opened in 2005. In 2013, her work was honoured by being awarded the Freedom of Birchington. There's a picture next to the column of the parish chairman, Jack Cohen. For those who knew Jenny, she was a mine of information about Birchington and once described herself as being Miss Marple hunting, searching and detecting until facts were unearthed. Much of her research is available to read on the Birchington Heritage website, www.birchingtonheritage.org.uk. Also available to purchase from the museum are several publications written by Jenny. Jenny's funeral was held on the 26th of March 2026 at All Saints Church, and not surprisingly, there was a full attendance. Birchington will forever be indebted to Jenny for bringing its history to life and to be enjoyed by generations to come. A truly remarkable woman. And that's from Councillor Neville Hudson. Next, we have an article for Birchington Heritage Trust. Is our local museum at risk? This article outlines the current position of the Birchington Heritage Trust at a time of significant potential change. Many local museums across the country rely on financial or practical support from the county, district or parish councils. and are often housed in publicly owned buildings such as libraries. Ongoing pressures on the local government finances have led to reduced support, with some museums closing or scaling back their activities. For the past 10 years, the Trust has leased the former David Burley Gallery, approximately 500 square foot, within Birchington Library from the Parish Council at a cost of £4,000 per year, with no regular financial support beyond occasional grants. The Parish Council, in turn, has contributed towards the space and overheads payable to Kent County Council, the building's owners. The Parish Council has now given notice to terminate its lease, and the Trust has been informed that it must vacate the premises by the 31st of August 2026. Initial discussions with Kent County Council are underway as at mid-March. Should relocation become necessary, the Trust will need to secure alternative premises. If no suitable or affordable option can be found, the trustees may be forced to place the collection and its archives into secure storage for an indefinite period. Why this matters? The Trust safeguards a remarkable legacy of parish records that give Birchington a historical profile unmatched by many communities of similar size. Over more than 20 years, trustees and volunteers have built a substantial collection of artifacts and approximately 30,000 archival items, including books, maps, photographs and documents. The Trust has operated as a museum, maintained an accessible website, published newsletters and booklets, hosted public talks and exhibitions, and sustained a valued membership of 200 to 250 supporters. Through its work, the Trust tells the story of Birchington's development, from smuggling and early tourism to the arrival of the railway and the people, organisations and businesses that shape the village. At the heart of the collection is the lived experience of local people, captured through documents, photographs and recorded memories. Together, these form the soul of the place, strengthening the community identity, continuity and well-being. Looking ahead, the trustees firmly believe that Birchington Heritage Museum plays an important role in helping both long-standing residents and newcomers connect with the village's past. The sharing our heritage fosters a sense of belonging and resilience. When our roots become loose, history can anchor us. We continue to believe that the museum's location within the Birchington Library is highly suitable. With additional space becoming available following the Parish Council's departure, there is a potential to develop an even stronger and more engaging presentation of Birchington's history for residents and visitors alike. We will keep the community informed as discussions progress. That's Birchington Heritage Trust. Next, we've got KCC Community Warden Report. It's been a busy month for Jason Gordon. KCC Community Warden Jason Gordon, along with Kent Police Beat Officer PC Stephen England, held another open-door ward surgery at the Birchington Parish Council offices and were supported by Thanet District Council's Community Safety Officer Catherine Turner. It was another very good turnout for the local residents, and everyone had their chance to speak with Jason, Stephen and Catherine about concerns that they may have had. The residents came along, had their say, and they were given lots of very good pointers and signposted along the way, thus leaving with a greater peace of mind. Everyone took away lots of very useful information leaflets and safety freebies. This is another fantastic way of obtaining information from the local residents and supporting the community's voice. A big thank you to Birchington Parish Council for the use of their office space. It was very much appreciated. Jason Gordon and fellow KCC Community Warden Gary Groombridge set up another KCC information stall outside the co-op in Birchington. There were lots of very informative leaflets and safety freebies given away. The wardens interacted really well with the residents and answered all of their questions and concerns, signposting many residents also. They both received high praise again from the public for offering this service, and it's lovely to know that residents are leaving with a greater peace of mind after speaking with the wardens. Working together can only strengthen communities. Jason was also recently invited to a fantastic Birchington Deaf group to give a presentation of the role of the community warden and explain the many different ways the wardens support and help people. There were BSL staff on hand to relay everything Jason was saying to the group, and everyone asked lots of very thought-out questions that Jason was happy to answer and give them peace of mind. Jason also brought visual props and pictures with him to show the group some of the fantastic activities that they get involved with and support their communities. Jason gave everyone his work number should they require any help and or support. Jason also touched on the scam awareness, and the group will be inviting him back to give a separate talk on scamming and how to stay safe. Everyone clapped at the end, and Jason expressed that this was an absolute pleasure to visit them all. What a wonderful, jolly group. That's from Jason Gordon, Community Warden, Canterbury and Thanet Districts. He can be contacted on 07969 583 922. Next article is Birchington Manshed. We were so thrilled to receive a donation from Thanet Earth of £500. This was a wonderful surprise and we are so grateful for it. We have been reorganising the space within the shed and will be spending the money on units and worktops. 2 members of staff from Thanet Earth came to the shed and presented us with the cheque. We showed them around and all enjoyed cake and coffee on a very blustery wet day. This month we also sold the rocking horse, which you may remember the boys restoring during last year. An exciting time was had by all, wrapping him up for a journey to his new home in Hertfordshire. So happy that he had his new home and will be played with for another 40 years. Please come along and see us on Saturday the 25th of April on Dogacre for the Garden and Food Festival, food fair. Everyone in the shed has been busy making a variety of items to sell. That's bowls, planters, and our usual animals and birdhouses. Ladies at Birchington Manshed are still having their monthly workshops, learning various new crafts. These sessions are really popular and proving to be great fun. There's also to be a ladies' DIY workshop in the shed in May. Please contact Penny for details. Thank you all for following us each month on the Parish Magazine. That's from Penny, 07578 987 651. Next, we have Carer Support East Kent. Do you offer unpaid practical help and support for a friend, relative or neighbour who, due to physical or mental illness, age-related difficulties, disability, or an addiction, cannot manage without your support? Then you are a carer. You may not think of yourself as a carer. Many caring husbands and wives and sons and daughters don't. But 1 in 9 people in East Kent are carers and may not know that there is support to help you in your caring role. Being a carer can be a positive experience, but it can also be challenging and exhausting. Many carers find themselves having to juggle the needs of their family, employment, financial well-being, and even their own health alongside the carer's role. When you are caring for someone else, it is so easy to ignore your own needs. Getting the balance right is important for the cared for as well as the carer, as when the carer becomes ill, stressed or unhappy, their ability to care will suffer. Carer Support East Kent is a registered charity based at the Discovery Park, Sandwich, whose purpose is to ensure that all carers are valued and able to live the life that they choose. You can discover more about Carer Support East Kent and the support they can offer by visiting their website www.carersek.org.uk or calling 0300 302 0061 and requesting a leaflet. Leaflets are also available from the stand in Birchington Medical Centre. Thanks to the generosity of the team of Birchington Community Hub on Minnis Road, I run a coffee morning there for carers on the second Monday of each month between 10:30 and 12 o'clock. If you are a carer and feel that you are becoming isolated and need a bit of company, support or help, do come and join us. We are a very friendly group of ladies and gentlemen. We always have a good natter, support each other when required, and enjoy coffee and tea and a slice of cake. I could put you in touch with Carer Support East Kent and tell you more about how they might be able to support you. Please do come along and join us. That's from Chris Marlman, volunteer of Carer Support East Kent. Now we've got the news around Birchington. Ink cartridge recycling. Remember, you can drop off your used printer ink cartridges to be recycled at the David Burley Gallery in Birchington Library, Alpha Road, at the Parish Council offices, 2 Albion Road, CT7 9DM. The Crisps charity, calling children's and youth group leaders and the school students currently in Year 13 in Birchington and Acol. This local charity may be able to help you with with the finances of your group with small cash grants. Completed applications need to be received by the 15th of October. For an application form, please write or telephone Anne Story, 8 Nursery Fields, Acol, Birchington, CT7 OJF, 01843 846651. Kent urged to prioritise cycling and active travel funding decisions progress. New research highlights a need to improve cycling infrastructure, with Kent's 90% boost in active travel grant funding. Analysing 2026 to 2030 funding allocations for England's Active Travel Capability Fund, retailer Paul Cycles found that Kent County Council received an additional £12 million allocation compared to funds received in 2020 to 2025, an increase of 90% and the second highest in the country. 25,924,411 will be received by Kent in total, with over 600 million in funding allocated across England. As local authorities decide how to spend funds, Paul Cycles is pushing for cycling to be prioritised, an area of active travel that has historically been sidelined. Example of this happening in Kent is when plans for 3 new walking and cycling schemes were halted in 2022. Cycleways that have been introduced show evidence of poor maintenance, with large cracks appearing in the 500,000 cycle path between Herne Bay and Whitstable. Read the full ranking and additional research into how cycling is being left behind in Paul Cycles' website, paulcycles.co.uk. Record-breaking year as Wilder Kent Awards celebrate nature heroes. The highest ever number of schools, community groups and charities have been honoured at Kent Wildlife Trust Wilder Kent Awards for their work for nature, with more than 25,000 individuals taking part and the benefits felt by more than 400,000 people across the county. The awards saw 90 organisations shortlisted across the 4 categories: businesses, community groups, schools and villages, towns and cities. Together, their efforts restored and improved almost 70 hectares of habitat and wildlife, the equivalent of 98 football pitches. The ceremony was held at Chatham House Estate in Minster on Saturday, 7th of March, with a keynote speech from conservationist and wildlife presenter Giles Clark. In total, 22 organisations received gold awards, 25 silver, 31 bronze, and 10 commendations. There were several local award winners from Thanet, including Silford Witness, St Nicholas at Wade C of E Primary School, and Ursuline College, who received commendation. That's Kent Wildlife Trust, www.kentwildlifetrust.org.uk. Planned resurfacing work to improve A299 Thanet Way this summer. Kent County Council will be carrying out a series of planned resurfacing works along the A299 Thanet Way during June and July 2026 to improve the road safety and driving conditions. These essential works are designed to areas of uneven road surface caused by the clay soil underneath the road. While this resurfacing is not a permanent long-term solution, it will significantly improve driving quality and safety for road users while longer-term options continue to be explored. The work will take place in a series of phases between the 1st of June and the 21st of July 2026, covering multiple sections in both the London-bound and coast-bound directions. That's news.kent.gov.uk. Antisocial behaviour in the roads of Birchington. Numerous reports of antisocial driving in Birchington have been raised. Please note Kent Police, Birchington Beat Police Officer Stephen England is aware of the nuisance vehicle problems. These incidents may be reported to Kent Police, but they need your help via the 101 non-emergency telephone line or online. Enter police report nuisance driving into a search engine. The site provides information regarding common types of vehicle nuisance. Click on the report vehicle nuisance, including bikes, mopeds, or other vehicles. It will also ask questions including the location of the incident, what happened, and why you think it was antisocial or causing a nuisance, registration numbers of the vehicles or vehicles involved, details or descriptions of people involved. Kent Police will assess your report, record the incident, and decide on the best course of action. They will usually only get in touch with you if more details are needed. In some cases, they will notify your local policing team who deal with antisocial behaviour. They may want to get in touch with you to discuss it further. Let us keep Birchington safe and maintain the environment we wish to enjoy. Spring has landed in Kent. As we pass the spring equinox and enjoy the lengthening days, there is a welcome sense of renewal across the community. Kent County Council has recently confirmed its budget for the year, which includes a council tax increase of 3.99%, notably lower than in previous years. There has also been progress on several local service areas. The proposed closure of libraries put forward by the former administration will not go ahead, and 2 additional community wardens will be joining the team, strengthening the support for neighbourhoods across the county. Spring also brings an opportunity to highlight Plan B, Kent County Council's strategy to create and protect pollinators-friendly habitats. Locally, 2 grass verges near the new zebra crossing in Garlinge have been designated as mini wildflower meadows. I am also exploring the possibility of planting wildflowers on the new Manston Road roundabout. These areas are not only bring seasonal colour, but also support biodiversity and reduce maintenance costs, as wildflower meadows require far fewer cuts than standard grassed areas. Thanet Way update. I would welcome suggestions from Birchington residents about other suitable locations where wildlife-friendly planting could replace with traditional grass verges. Even small changes can make a meaningful difference to our local environment and the pollinators that rely on us. Thanet Way A299 update. Following several months of engagement with the Highways team at Kent County Council, I'm pleased to share that there is now a planned timetable for resolving the issues that have led to the temporary 50-mile-an-hour speed limit on Thanet Way A299. Works are scheduled for June and are expected to take around 6 weeks to complete. Once finished, the road should return to its usual 70-mile-an-hour limit, with a much smoother driving experience along the 9-mile stretch. End update. Finally, my SEND surgeries have been running now for 6 months and have helped many families, so I wanted to continue to offer this service for the residents of Birchington. If anybody has any worries, concerns about SEND and how it might impact their families, then please reach out to me so we can arrange a meeting to discuss the option. It doesn't say so, but I think that is Kent County Councillor Nick Evans. See nature from a new perspective at Powell Museum. A new exhibition opening this spring at the Powell Museum invites visitors to reflect on how we see and understand the natural world. Field Guide Future Edition by Whitstable-based artist Sam Parsons opens 3rd of April and runs throughout the museum's open season until the 30th of October 2026. The exhibition blends Sam's paintings, textiles and sculptures to create layered, immersive landscapes inspired by the natural world and the museum's iconic dioramas. His connection to the museum goes back many years. I remember drawing the animals and being completely fascinated by them, Sam says of his childhood visit. Unfortunately, I don't have the drawings now, but they would have been a good starting point for the exhibition. Sam's artistic practice draws on a background in zoology, experience in conservation, and a 20-year career as a fashion designer. These influences shape both the research and the materials behind his work. Growing up, I was either running around in nature or drawing and painting, he explains. Eventually, you learn you don't have to fit inside a box. Returning to the museum as artist in residence brought both excitement and responsibility. There are lots of pairs of eyes in the gallery staring back at us, Sam says, referring to the animals represented in the dioramas. I wanted to spend time learning from them and to do them justice. Inspired by the dioramas displays and his own experiences working with wildlife reserves in South Africa, Sam's exhibition imagines an interconnected world where landscapes, habitats and species overlap. His process is intentionally intuitive. I start with an idea, but no exact plan and let the materials evolve, he says. There are old garments within the work, merging us with the landscape instead of placing us in the foreground. For Sam, imagination plays an important role in changing how we think about nature. Facts alone aren't usually enough, he says. We need stories rooted in ecological truth, positive emotions and awe. Ultimately, he hopes the exhibition encourages visitors to see the natural world differently. We are surrounded by beauty, especially here, so close to the sea, he says. We need more moments where we remind ourselves that we are animals and our habitats are just a special place. The exhibition will also feature an immersive soundscape inspired by recordings captured by Quex Gardens by community gardener Rosie Carr, together with local ceramic artist Julia Ellen Lancaster and participants from the Sunshine Project group. The exhibition is included with the standard museum admission. Visitors can also look out for the upcoming artist talks and workshops with Sam during the spring and summer seasons. And that's from the Powell Cotton Museum. Birchington Parish Council Budget 2025 to 2026. Here's an overview. Every year, each parish and town council submits an application for funds to help support the work our councillors and volunteers do to improve the facilities and environment for local residents. This is known as the Precept. Thanet District Council has just released our council tax bill for 2026-2027 financial year. At the bottom of this bill is the contribution your household makes towards the work of Birchington Parish Council. The calculation is made using a tax base which equates to the number of Band D equivalent properties in our village. For the 2026-2027 financial year, each Band D equivalent household in Birchington will contribute £62.55. That's an increase of £16.11. Full details of the parish and town council precepts are available on Thanet District Council's website, www.thanet.gov.uk. There's a chart on here. The chart below shows comparisons of 2026-27 precepts across Thanet. Birchington appears to sit in the middle of that at around 60. This was administered by the Margate Charter Trustee, these being those elected members of the Thanet District Council whose wards lie within the boundary of the old borough of Margate. For Birchington, the precept makes up the majority of the funds that Birchington Parish Council operates with. However, we do have a small amount of sundry income, as well as we are able to recover VAT on purchases and also receive income from our allotments, the hire of our football pitches and the hire of Dog Acre. How this money is used. Birchington Parish Council is responsible for the land and trees at Dog Acre and the Memorial Recreation Ground, which were acquired from Thanet District Council, as well as the 9 Victorian sea shelters along the coast of Minnis and Apple Bay. Also under our control are the Birchington allotments opposite the entrance to Quex Estate. For safety and protection of our residents, we are responsible for the CCTV cameras covering Station Road and the 2 car parks at Albion Road and Alpha Road, as well as a camera installed at the Memorial Recreation Ground. These cameras are continuing to be very useful again over the past year and provided Kent Police with vital evidence. The playground equipment at the recreation ground is also regularly inspected and maintained. Our community defibrillator installed in the converted telephone box at the top of Station Road is regularly inspected and maintained and ready to use should the need arise. Our precept money is spent carefully every year for the benefit of the local community. In the 2025-26 budget year, the Parish Council continues with the further improvement of the Memorial Recreation Ground with the improvement to the toilet and compound area. Our sea shelters are regularly cleaned and inspected, and the cycle of maintenance ensures that each sea shelter is given a full makeover once every 3 to 4 years to keep them in good condition. This year, we have also employed the services of legal professionals to assist us with our concerns in respect of our outline application to build, in respect of the outline application to build 1,600 new homes in Birchington following the TDC decision notice on the 23rd of December 2025. 2 new village notice boards have been installed in the village, as well as 8 new planters. As a parish council, we have 10 councillors who do not receive salary or expenses. We also are very fortunate to have a small army of willing volunteers. 1 volunteer group, Birchington in Bloom, maintain our flower beds and planters around the village, and a small grant is given to them each year to help them facilitate this. Other volunteers help clear litter from our public areas and regularly inspect for graffiti so that we can keep on top of the removal. Unfortunately, this is a regular occurrence, and its removal is both time-consuming and expensive. We are very lucky to have so many willing volunteers. In 2026-2027, we will continue to look after the village's assets with planned maintenance of the sea shelters and the tree surgery work at Dog Acre and at the Memorial Recreation Ground. There is also a programme of ground/grass maintenance at the MRG to keep the football pitches and surrounding area in good condition. Decisions on how budgets are set and how the community funds are spent is all carried out publicly. Residents are welcome to attend our Parish Council meetings where these matters are discussed and agreed. This is a brief overview of how your precept money contributes to the community of Birchington. In addition, on April the 14th, 2026, on April the 8th, 2025, that should be, say, 2026, I would have thought, we will be holding our annual assemblies at 6:30 at the centre. This is your opportunity to hear about the Parish Council's achievement in 2025-26 and our plans for 2026-2027. It's also an opportunity for residents to ask your parish councillors any questions you may have. We hope to see you there. That's from Jane Bevan, Parish Clerk. Next article we have is QEQM Hospital League of Friends. The Friends meet training mannequin nurse Anne. Having previously funded similar chairs of Rainbow Children's Ward and maternity with a very positive feedback, we have now funded 5 sleeper chairs for carers and relatives staying overnight to support patients in the emergency department or elsewhere in hospital. These are especially beneficial for patients with learning difficulties, autism or dementia, as having a loved one nearby to comfort them helps reduce their distress and agitation at a stressful time. The chairs transform from a comfortable armchair to a pull-out, completely flat bed with ease and are specially designed for the hospital environment. Also, using income from our tea bar and shop and trolley in the hospital, we have funded a high-fidelity nursing Anne simulator of an adult person in the training of healthcare staff. This amazing lifelike mannequin realistically imitates bodily characteristics such as different breathing patterns, heart, stroke, lung and bowel sounds, and pulse. It enables doctors and other staff at all levels and designations to practice both routine and emergency care in a safe working environment. A multitude of clinical skills can be taught with the mannequin, including CPR, catheterization, nasogastric tube insertion, and advanced airways management. Because the mannequin has the ability for its arms and legs to be articulated, it can be sat in a wheelchair for ease of storage and transportation around the QEQM hospital for in-situ teaching. Now the hospital has its own mannequin, staff will no longer have to travel elsewhere for such simulated training. Due to it being so high-tech and having such mobility, it supports the education and training of healthcare staff right across the hospital. Our tea bar and shop is at the St Peter's Road side of the hospital, above outpatients and next to the Warmer A. It's open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every weekday, and serves a wide variety of hot and cold drinks, sandwiches, snacks, confectionery and newspapers. Everyone working there is a volunteer, and all its profits are used to benefit the hospital in ways like this. Please help us make a difference to our hospital by donating, fundraising on our behalf, supporting our upcoming fundraising events, or patronising our tea and bar shop in the hospital. For more information about our charity, please visit our Facebook page or visit our website www.qeqmfriends.com. So next we have an update from Birchington Medical Centre, Birchington Medical Centre, yes. Using Anima to contact the practice. From the 21st of April, all appointment requests, repeat prescription requests, and administration requests must be made using the Anima system. The system is live during all opening hours of the practice. There have been a number of communications, including a letter to every registered patient to inform you of this. This is a reminder of how to access Anima. Go to the website at birchington-on-sea.nhs.uk. Find Anima on the front page below the main banner. Select either submit your request or order your repeat prescription. Click on Submit your request. Select the type of request you need, e.g. help with health problems if you require an appointment, or an administrative query for items such as sick notes, updating information, travel assessment or test results, etc., or online advice if you do not need to see a clinician. If you need help with health problems, you will go through a number of screens asking for information about the issue. If you cannot find your exact problem for the drop-down lists, select General Assessment and fill in as requested. Complete each question, giving as much detail as you can. At the end, make sure you state your availability and check that the practice has an up-to-date email address and phone number for you. Please note, all online appointment requests will be reviewed by a GP on the day of submission. The information provided in your online form will enable the GP to identify patients with the highest clinical need and offer them an appointment on the same day if necessary. Routine matters will be scheduled for a later date. Once your online form has been assessed, you may be offered a face-to-face appointment on the day, a telephone consultation, a referral to another service, a prescription, or a routine appointment at a later date. If you select Request Repeat Prescriptions, the button will also take you to choose either the NHS app or use the Anima to complete the request. You can still drop a paper request into the box as usual, but no email requests will be accepted. Exclusions. If you are registered housebound with the practice or have a baby under 6 months, you must still call reception. The process for booking the following types of appointments will remain unchanged. Nurses' appointments for smear tests, dressings, pills, etc. Blood test appointments. Feedback. If you want to give us feedback about the process or any issues with that process that you encounter, please submit an email to the following address: bmc.ppg@nhs.net. There's a portable hearing loop. There is a portable hearing loop at the practice. Patients, this could help. I'm going to read this as it's written. Patients, this could help, may request at the reception desk to take this into their consultation. Patient participation group. Much of our recent focus has been on the assisting the practice in development of the communications with the patients about the change to our total triage through Anima. We can support the patients who want to learn how to use both Anima and the NHS app. Please contact us at the email address above. The PPG continues to meet on the second Thursday of alternate months. These dates of all meetings of this year are on the PPG notice board in reception. We have recently welcomed 5 new members and are always happy to receive new members' requests. You can do this online through the BMC website and enter the PPG room. We are the patient voice and act as a critical friend to the practice, both challenging processes that could be improved and supporting the practice through change. We have raised a number of queries that patients send to the PPG email during our meetings and given feedback through the notes of the meetings. Notice of PPG AGM. The meeting will take place on May the 14th at 3 p.m. in the conference room at the practice. Medication to cover holidays. A reminder to patients who are travelling and requesting an additional supply of their medication. We are only able to supply a maximum of 3 months' supply for standard medication and 1 month for controlled drugs. If this is not sufficient to cover the period of the travel, then patients should seek alternative provision of their medication locally during their travel. Blood tests. Good news, the Community Health Hub, based at the old campus building near to Asda, now offers phlebotomy services. This shows an additional site where, using the online booking system through EKHUFT, there is plenty of parking on our site, but the ANPR cameras are in operation, so do remember to register your car registration upon entering the building to avoid a fine. The Progress Club of Birchington and District. Our February lunch is largely taken up by the AGM, at which members have the opportunity to question and challenge the officers and the committee. No one can remember why we chose that particular month, as the reasons are lost in the mists of time. The club is running smoothly and members seem to be happy with the status quo. So the only important news is that following the AGM, we have a new president, Reverend David Frost, who takes over from Sonny. Unfortunately, David was unavoidably absent, so handover of the chain of office will take place at March lunch. I'll try to remember to take photos. Spring is well on its way, and the first of our social events, a coffee morning at the Parlour in Sussex Gardens, took place on the 12th of March. 15 members and guests came along and enjoyed a morning of gossip and fellowship. New to the area? Maybe you are just looking to meet new people. If you are retired, why not consider coming along to a Progress lunch? We are a monthly lunch club for men whose membership is open to anyone who is retired and is currently costs just £20 to join, which includes a choice of tie and pin badge, as well as monthly lunches at Smuggler's Restaurant. The committee holds events throughout the year to which partners and guests are welcome. For more information, contact Dave Alker at btinternet.com or phone him on 07962 929 700. Dave Algar is the secretary of the Progress Club of Birchington and District. The next article is Service, Not Self. The Birchington branch mourns the recent loss of two of our longest and most highly respected members, Lieutenant Colonel retired Roger Latchford OBE and Miss Jenny Burgess, to whom Councillor Neville Hudson pays tribute earlier in this podcast. Roger, our past chairman and treasurer, lived life to the full as a soldier in the Falklands campaign, a businessman introducing Dyson vacuum cleaners into Germany, where he was awarded the OBE for services to British industry overseas, and as a politician, being the leader of the UKIP opposition at Kent County Council. He certainly left his mark on Birchington, being responsible for, amongst other matters, the crossing outside the library, the storage cupboards in the Heritage Trust, the bus shelter outside the medical centre, and the Dogacre flag post. He was a patriot and a contributor to society in general, and our village in particular, and his presence and wise counselling with the RBL will be sorely missed. Set against the sadness of several members of the committee were able to help celebrate the 100th birthday of Mrs. Doris Taylor, who was in outstandingly good form, and who has been a poppy seller for over the half of her lifetime. Finally, all residents are invited to All Saints Church, 10:30 hours on Friday the 8th of May, 81st anniversary of VE Day, for the ceremony of the laying up of our old standard and the blessings of the new. This is a major event for the branch, and its standards last for more than 40 years, and it's unlikely we shall see this repeated in our lifetimes. Our next branch meeting will be at the United Services Club, Station Road, on Tuesday the 28th of April at 18:30 hours. Do join us. You do not have to be an ex-services, and see whether our charity is one in which you might wish to be involved in. Disability Awareness Birchington. DAB have been donating disability awareness mugs to various organisations. That's been the Heart in the Community, the Library, the Veterans Association, the Carers Support, Dementia Singing, Residents Association, and the Manshed. These are organisations who support the DAB community in any way, e.g. small groups, encouraging us to talk to each other. Please contact us on 0345 833 8728 to obtain your Lions message in a bottle or wallet sponsored by Thanet Lions Club. There have been another 2 ramps for shops. There will also be a sticker to highlight these accessible shops. As we reported in last magazine, we looked at accessibility toilets in cafes and restaurants such as Blend and Bellows. I must speak highly of the wonderful loo in Seatbell's Fish Restaurant, clean and well appointed. Thank you to Birchington Together CIC for their donation towards a new portable hearing loop. Thanks to Christie's for hosting a quiz night supporting DAB. Finally, we presented a CD and sound system to Nadine at Heart in the Community CIC. That's from Jackie Preble, Vice Chairman DAB. 0345 833 8728. Quex Garden Party, a centenary celebration in Quex Gardens. Join us for our special PCT 100 garden party in the beautiful Quex Gardens as we celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Power Cotton Trust. 2026 is a year of reflection on everything that 100 years of care as made possible. The garden party offers a wonderful opportunity to celebrate together with the trusted supporters, neighbours and residents of Birchington and Acol. Supported by Birchington Parish Council, this relaxed bank holiday celebration on Monday the 4th of May will bring the community together for a day of entertainment, discovery and fun in the garden. Visitors can enjoy varied programmes throughout the day, including talks and guided tours, traditional garden games, a selection of stalls, food and drink. If you have the chance to meet a very special guest, Ellington the Elephant, an impressive life-size puppet created by Thanet-based theatre company Looping the Loop. Ellington will be roaming the gardens and delighting visitors of all ages. Live music in the afternoon will be from the local Ceilidh band, Reject, where visitors are invited to join with traditional barn dances, a great opportunity to get involved. Free entry for local residents. Residents can attend the PCT 100 Quex Garden Party free of charge with a golden ticket. Please scan the QR code, which is actually in this magazine. You can book it in 3 ways. Online, www.powell.com, or by telephoning 01843 842 168, or in person, book at the Powell Cotton Museum reception on open days. That's Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Please remember to save and bring your golden ticket with you on the day. So next we've got what's on in Birchington. Come and try a Birchington Bowls Club. Come and try a day at Birchington Bowls Club, should I say. Saturday the 25th of April, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m, Birchington Bowls Club. Come and try bowls and pickleball, open for all ages. We would love to see you. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tell all your friends. An evening of Americana, folk and blues with John Doggerel and the Bad Poets. Saturday 25th of April, 7 p.m. at Wagtails Cafe and Bar. Join Wagtails Cafe and Bar for a lively night of timeless music with John Doggerel and the Bad Poets. This talented acoustic trio brings together the very best of Americana, folk and blues, performing classic songs that have truly stood the test of time with guitar, mandolin, harmonica, banjo, ukulele and accordion, all underpinned by bass and rich 3-part harmonies. Their sounds is full of warmth, energy and variety. Expect an uplifting atmosphere, fantastic musicianship and an evening packed with memorable tunes. Tickets are £5 per person. Seating is limited, so early booking recommended. The bar will be open throughout the evening for drinks. It's set to be a brilliant night of live music. We look forward to welcoming you. Please pop in to pay in person, card or cash, or email wagtailscafeandbar@gmail.com for more information. April-May events at Birchington Top Club. 25th of April, 8 p.m. is Jason Lee. 25th of April, 3 p.m, Steve Huckle. May, Saturday the 2nd, 7 p.m, Boogie Bingo. Thursday the 7th, 3 p.m, Andy Lawrence. Thursday the 14th, 3 p.m, Tara James. Saturday the 16th, 8 p.m, Mixed Emotions. Thursday the 21st, 3 p.m, Steve Sherrill. Thursday the 28th, 3 p.m, Ruby Valentine. Bingo every Sunday evening. Weekly meat raffle, bonus ball, Premiership and European football, rugby, snooker, darts. New members welcome. Please visit or contact the Birchington Top Club Facebook page. Quiz night at the museum, Friday the 1st of May, 9 p.m. at Quex House and Gardens. Gather your cleverest friends, sharpen those pencils and test your knowledge for another fun, friendly night of questions from the Powell Cotton Museum. Doors open from 6 p.m. so you can enjoy an exclusive evening access to explore the museum and browse the gift shop before the quiz begins. You're welcome to bring your own snacks and drinks. May events at the centre. Friday the 1st, Zach Schultz Band awarded the Best Blues Band 2025. Doors open at 7 p.m. Saturday the 9th, East Kent Model Railway Show. Doors open 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Saturday the 9th, Railway Swing Band Concert. Doors open 7 p.m. Thursday the 14th, Saturday the 16th, Birchington Guilder Players show doors open 7 p.m. Saturday the 23rd, Craft Fair, doors open at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Thursday the 28th, Birchington Heritage Night, doors open at 7 p.m. Sunday the 31st, Birchington Silver Band, 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. Hullabaloo, Friday 8th of May, 8:30 at Christie's Wine Bar. one of Kent's most popular live bands. The night promises to be a good one. Hullabaloo offer a blend of jive, swing, and original twist and on pop. The Kent Tribute Festival Weekender, 22nd to the 24th of May, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Quecks Park. A new weekend-long music festival, the Kent Tribute Festival, is coming to Birchington this May. The Kent Tribute Music Festival Weekender promises 3 days of world-class live music, entertainment, and unforgettable festival vibes. Following the success of the previous years, the 2026 edition, already dubbed Glaston Thanet, promises to be the biggest yet, featuring 21 of Europe's leading tribute acts, 2 electrifying stages, and an incredible weekend-long celebration of legendary music. For full lineup, announcements, and early access details, please go online to www.kenttributefestival.co.uk. Birchington Farmers Market, every third Sunday of the month, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Dogacre, opposite the library. A flavour-filled food fest you won't want to miss. The next article is Birchington Residents Association. Our March meeting was also our AGM, and we began by remembering several members who had passed away. Reg Jezard was involved with the Presidents Association for many years, holding several offices, including that of chairman. Rose Darble was a regular member at coffee mornings with her husband, and they both came on our outings. And finally, Jenny Burgess, who was previously a member. In her chairman's report, Pat reminded everyone that it has again been a very busy year, with lunches to celebrate VE and VJ days, a quiz, a visit from the Thanet Clarinet Trio, and 2 successful outings, a visit to the Small Hythe home of the Victorian actress Ellen Terry, and a trip to Mount Ephraim. At the previous coffee morning, they had conducted a short questionnaire about the outings, with rising costs of coaches, entry and refreshments. All our trips are subsidised, and we keep them below £30. But the great majority of members present said they appreciated this and were happy to pay a little more, if necessary, although they would like afternoon tea and entry included. Most were happy with the 2 trips a year and preferred half or 3/4 day trips. There will be 2 this year, starting with our mystery trip on July the 15th. Most people enjoyed Christmas lunch at the Smugglers, and we have booked this year on December the 2nd. Thanks to Carol, we had a wide variety of speakers throughout 2025. Carol has now stepped down, and Shirley has taken over. John has stepped down as treasurer, and Jan Fagg was appointed to replace him. We welcomed them both. All those wishing to stand again were re-elected. There were no new volunteers. Pat thanked Hilary, who also stepped down, and Carol for their hard work. Our speakers for the March coffee morning was Julie Boswell from the Stroke Association, who told us she had been given over 100 talks in the last 2 years. She began by giving us a hierarchy of other medical charities and told us the Stroke Association was founded in 1978. As the number of strokes increased, today there are over 100,000 strokes a year, and this is expected to increase to 150,000 by 2035. Various reasons have been suggested for this: an aging population, increased use of alcohol, and a decrease in physical activity. Strokes are now the 4th biggest killer in the UK, and 2/3 of sufferers leave hospital with some form of disability. The Stroke Association's vision is to bring about fewer strokes and help those who need help after one. They do this in a number of ways, including specific support for stroke patients and their families, a website, network groups, and funding research. She warned that strokes can come out of the blue and are caused when the supply of blood to the brain is cut off. Patients can deteriorate very quickly, and it is imperative to call 999 immediately. She described 2 types of stroke: a blockage causing a blood clot or a bleed on the brain. She referred to the minor strokes, the TIAs, which can clear up but should be seen as a warning. She stressed the need for urgent action with the acronym FACE, F-A-C-E, weakness in the face or arms, speech difficulties, a need for the treatment within hours. Some members mentioned how worried they were about the closure of the facilities at QEQM and now Canterbury, with the likelihood of reaching Ashford within an hour remote. Finally, she gave advice about how to prevent having a stroke. These include giving up smoking, avoiding being overweight and having abdominal obesity, checking blood pressure, and avoid high cholesterol levels by maintaining a healthy diet. She answered questions and a variety of leaflets were being available to take away. It gave many of us pause for thought. Subscriptions are now due and are now £3 for a single person, £5 for a family at one address. This covers the cost of hiring halls, speakers, events and outings, which we usually subsidise for the members. If you would like to renew or join, you can pay the registrar by cheque or cash at any coffee morning in an envelope left at Blend or by post to David Alker, Registrar 19 Shakespeare Road, CT7 9ET. For further details or any other of the above, please contact Pat on 847843 or via her email jporpwoodhart@btinternet.com. Station Road Puddle. The tide has turned. Following his co-option to Birchington Parish Council in 2023, Councillor Jim Moore undertook the puddle in Station Road as his first challenge. Negotiations with KCC Highways highlighted the issue, including private ownership of the access road, technical difficulties relating to the varying surface levels, and financial priorities. However, with the assistance from the past KCC councillor Derek Crow-Brown, present KCC councillor Luke Evans, and KCC Highways remedial works have been completed, hopefully the residents and visitors will find travel in Station Road easier. Birchington Health and Wellbeing, Mind, Body and Soul, the Tai Chi phenomenon. Our Wednesday sessions at Church House, 2 p.m, continue to be a hit. While there is currently a waiting list, the enduring popularity of this group proves just how much we value finding our Zen in the heart of the village. Walk, talk and relax. Good news for those looking to get involved. We are launching a brand new walk and talk group at the Memorial Recreation Ground. This provides a fantastic alternative for anyone who can make our other walking sessions. Come for the fresh air, stay for the conversation. Digital wellness. Have you tuned in yet? The Peace Unplugged podcast on YouTube is your go-to audio version of this magazine. We are shifting our focus towards local health issues with full episodes every Tuesday and Thursday, plus daily short clips to keep inspired throughout the week. Are you making the most of the hidden gems in the heart of our village? Whether you're a lifelong resident or are new to the area, there's so much more to Birchington Library than just the bookshelves. Join us for a special community tour hosted by Samantha Glynn on April the 10th. This is your chance to go behind the scenes and discover how the vital local resource is evolving to serve you better. Community Connection. A warm welcome to MI Community. We are thrilled to welcome the new MI Community shop in Station Road in these challenging times of rising bills and inflation. This is a vital hub for financial support and community spirit. Everyone is welcome. Pop in and say hello. Wheels of Time success. On Saturday, March 21st, the Powell Cotton Museum was alive with excitement with the Wheels of Time event. It was wonderful to see so many children winning prizes for exploring Kent's rich history. The monthly drop-in, our March session was busy, and we loved seeing the growing interest. Please note, because of Good Friday, there will be no drop-in for April. We look forward to seeing you all again in May. A special thank you. We would like to extend our sincere gratitude to Aaron and John from the Veterans Association. Thanks to their generous sponsorship, the Health and Wellbeing Group has been able to purchase vital new information leaflets for the community. And that's from Martin Dickerson. And here are our Birchington Parish Councillors. So we have the chairman, Nick Blankley, and he says, I attended Park Lane Primary School, then Simon Langton, and despite moving away as a young teenager, I maintained my lifelong connection and passion for Birchington, returning permanently several years ago, following an NHS career of almost 30 years and 15 years providing specialist management services. I am now retired. My aim is to help Birchington and its residents flourish and to retain the unique character and sense of community that we all share and enjoy. Contact 01843 845 431. That's nink.blankley@birchington-pc.gov.uk. Vice Chairman Max Houghton, a former parachute regiment officer who served also with the Australian and French armies, the UNHQ in New York, and the EU in Brussels before becoming a director of a defence engineering company in Stockport. In an effort to escape the Manchester rain, Max and his wife made the 25th move of their married life to Birchington in 2017. Chairman of Birchington branch of the Royal British Legion, he joined the council with the wish to be part of the decision-making process that will enhance the quality of life for all Birchington residents. pc.gov.uk. Next we have Neville Hudson. Neville was born in Herne Bay and moved to Birchington in 1961. He became chairman and then president of the local Chamber of Commerce. Neville was Thanet District Councillor for 28 years and became leader. He wishes to bring the Parish Council to the forefront of the community and unite everybody to enrich the village. As well as a Parish Councillor, Neville is also the current chairman of the Kent Association for Local Councils, that's KALC. Next we have Philip Fellows. I am one of your current district councillors. I am immensely proud to live in Birchington, and it has been an honour to continue to serve our parish council for over 11 years. As a district councillor, I will continue to support the parish council to achieve its ambitions and the many benefits that will bring. I continue to fight against the mass development on agricultural land. This has always been my aim and the main reason why I entered local politics. You can contact Phil on 07970 388870. philip.fellows@birchington-pc.gov.uk. We have Linda Wright. I have lived in Birchington for over 24 years. I have been an elected member of the Parish Council since 2011, and I'm elected District Councillor of Thanet District Council and currently Shadow Cabinet Member for the communities. My specific interests include our heritage, health and well-being, social care, mental health issues and climate change issues. So you can contact her at 07825 338 999. Bob Preble has lived in Birchington since 1975 and wants to see Birchington continue to thrive so that it is a good place in which to live and work for all residents. Past employment brings skills in finance, banking, loans and management. A long-term member of Thanet Lions Club, a passion for volunteering and helping the community. Since joining the Parish Council, Bob has become Chairman of the Finance Committee and Planning Committee. That's 01843 84 559. bob.preble@birchington-pc.gov.uk. Colin Brown says, I have lived in Birchington for over 12 years and share life with my guide dog, Ron. Earlier this year, I married Rosie, and together we're committed to supporting our community. My career focused on helping visually impaired people, including roles with Action for Blind People and Blind Independence Greenwich, as well as serving as a councillor in Dartford. Since being elected here, I worked hard to support residents and helped establish the Disability Awareness Birchington and Health and Wellbeing Birchington. Telephone number 07548 118 628. colin.brown@birchington-pc.gov.uk. John Tiley. I have been a Birchington resident for over 20 years and have lived in East Kent since I was 16. I live with my wife Sandy, and together we have 4 children and at the last count 8 grandchildren. I have a business in Herne Bay that employs 50 people all over the UK. I hope by being a Birchington Parish Councillor can bring my experience to help improve the facilities and services in Birchington for the benefit of its residents and visitors. I am currently Chairman of the Environment and Open Spaces Committee. Telephone number 07860 333 700. John Tiley at birchington-pc.gov.uk. Jim Moore. Following retirement from BT Engineering, my wife and I moved to Birchington from North Kent in 2021. The village's wonderful community spirit quickly became apparent and made us feel very welcome. Being a parish councillor is a privilege that I hope will allow me to make a positive difference to the lives of those living or visiting our wonderful village. Telephone number 07501 27752. jim.moore@birchington-pc.gov.uk. And last but not least, Martin, also known as Marty Dickerson, a Birchington local since the late 1960s. Martin Dickerson, also known to many as Marty Bone Idol, has a deep-rooted passion for our village's unique character and friendly atmosphere. After a diverse career spanning shipping, the motor trade and media, Martin spent his final 15 years before retirement serving as a drugs and alcohol practitioner. Now, as a Birchington Parish Councillor, he is dedicated to promoting holistic health and community wellness. Martin's goal is to ensure Birchington and our neighbouring villages remain vibrant, healthy and supportive places to all residents. Telephone 07593 248 050, marty.boneidle@birchington-pc.gov.uk. And the parish office, 2 Elbin Road, Birchington, telephone number 01843 846666. The parish clerk is Jane Bevan, clerk@birchington-pc.gov.uk. Deputy parish clerk is Bill Anderson, bill.anderson@birchington-pc.gov.uk. All councillors' correspondence to be received, care of Parish Office, 2 Elbin Road, Birchington, CT7 9DN. Birchington Garden and Food Fair, Saturday 25th of April, 10:30 to 3:30 at Dogacre, CT7 9EG. Scheduled for talks in the large marquee. 11 a.m. to 11:45. George Ward of Cheesemakers of Canterbury will be talking about Kentish cheesemakers, their products and histories, with tasters of their products. 12 o'clock to 12:45. Philip Oostenbrink is head gardener at Walmer Castle and Gardens, English Heritage. We'll talk about how he ended up as head gardener at Walmer Castle and about some of its history and current products. 1 p.m. to 1:45. Steve Edney, the No Name Nursery, creating a sustainable nursery focusing on practical ideas on how to run the land for wildlife, people and business. 2 p.m. to 2:45. Paul Twyman, head gardener of Yokeley House. As head gardener, Paul will speak about his achievements and work in the role. We'll also bring plant specimens to discuss and demonstrate to the public what can be grown in Thanet. Seats for these talks are free. Seats for these talks are on a first-come, first-served basis, but are free. Join us for a fantastic day of fun. We're excited to announce that there will be plant sales from the Secret Garden and Birchington in Bloom, perfect for picking up something special for your garden. Activities for children include a super fun disco slide, an inflatable play area, a creepy crawly gazebo where children can see a variety of fascinating animals and insects up close. Plus, there will be loads of other stalls to browse and enjoy. And of course, plenty of food and drink stalls to keep you refreshed throughout the day. Feeling lucky? Don't forget to try your head at the tombola. It's shaping up to be a brilliant day for the whole family. We can't wait to see you there. And that's from Birchington Together, CIC. And the final article is RSP Manston Airport. Have your say on our proposals. We're planning the future of Manston Airport and we want your input. After several years of work to bring the airport back into use as a specialist air freight hub, we're now moving into stage 3 of the Airspace Change Proposal, ACP. This is your chance to share your views and help shape our plans. Have your say. The stage 3 formal consultation to gather feedback from local residents and representatives is now live. You can take part in the consultation online through the CAA Citizen Space Change portal or by post to free post 1616. All the information you need to be available on the CAA's Citizen Space and consultation portal, including background materials and guidance on how to respond. If you prefer the information in another format, just let us know. The consultation opens on the 16th of March and runs for 14 weeks, closing on the 22nd of June. Please send us your response before the closing date so your views can be considered. Join one of our other events. We're hosting a 2-person event and 2 online webinars where you can find out more about the proposals and view large-scale maps and display boards and ask questions and shared feedback. And that's the final article of this month's magazine.